Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome back to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, episode 6, featuring our Death Knight in Distress, Joviquin. Thank you all so much for tuning in to episode 6. Top right corner of the screen is going to be a playlist card which will take you directly to this character-specific leveling campaign, and throughout the video there will also be other playlist cards which will take you to other character-specific leveling journeys. We have Human Warrior Malakial, Blood of Paladin Valera, Void of Monk Novizaru, Jernai Shaman Morame, and many, many more characters yet to come. Shukran as always, team. Thank you so much. Y'all, we're in episode 6, and it may not seem like it, but the journey is, we are literally right around the corner from hitting level 70, and then the final 10 level stretch, the final 10 level dungeon grind galore, I guess we can say. I did do some questing in Northrend to finish up the area we were in the previous episode, and I stumbled upon this little area, which I thought was pretty cool. It's really cool to see the Night Elves and how good they are at scouting. They're almost like pathfinders in military terms, and it's really cool just to see what they can do, because really this is a very small encampment. Who's to say that this whole area cannot get completely overwhelmed by the Scourge, and then, you know, the Alliance lose a specific part of the Northrend territory. But looking at the map, we are not far away from the Ice Crown Citadel, so I'm super excited about that. But in this episode, we're going to tackle, I think, one time walking dungeon, and then the rest is just going to be questing, baby. The reason for that is because it may not seem like it. By the time this video comes out, I'll have a little bit of a break. I did a little bit of a reset. Kind of needed it. Took a little small break from retail. When I mean small, I basically took a weekend off. And that was primarily just due to life, work, and just a whole bunch of other things. College, I was just extremely busy, so I was just like, I'm just gonna skip gaming this weekend. It stinks because it was a good weekend to do stuff. However, we're back in Timewalking. We're back in probably one of the more interesting dungeons, Neltharion's Lair. This place is quite interesting. Now, there was specifically an interesting topic, and I think I've brought this up in a previous, it might have been Malakial's leveling journey, but the question of classic versus retail, and which version of WoW is simply best to enjoy. And it's a topic that is resurging yet again, for good reason, well, for mostly good reasons and such. And I think I would like to put a little bit of my 2 cents into it now that I've leveled, about to be 5 characters into the Let's Leveling journey and series. Here's my perspective. If you are looking for a journey, if you're looking for a true journey, be it leveling campaign, you want to do quests and storylines, you want to get to experience a lot of World of Warcraft's history, experience different zones, both retail and classic, specifically classic anniversary or classic era, is going to give you 2 different unique experiences. Ultimately, the goal, the end race, the end line, the end home stretch is the same. There's vast differences between the 2, but the end goal is still the same. The end goal, the end result is not changing, and that is incredibly cool. But if you're coming from, like I did, if you're coming from a old school MMO, right? You're coming from that EverQuest, you're coming from that Final Fantasy XI, specifically for me it was Final Fantasy XI. If you're coming from that, and I did play classic WoW, I did play when vanilla was a thing. I didn't do as much as my peers for sure, but I did get to play classic classic vanilla, Burning Crusade. I did a little bit of Wrath, and then I stopped. I pretty much stopped at Wrath. I'll be honest and I'll sit here and say this. Retail is a The feeling I would describe, and my apologies, y'all, I'm trying to concentrate on tanking as I'm trying to collect my thoughts here. There are some beautiful aspects of retail that nobody can deny. It's an element of the game now, and it's an element of the game that's going to be a very prime element in its future. You've got transmogs, you've got Chromie time. You can go back to any timeline that you want. You can go back to the Burning Crusade. You can go back to Wrath of the Lich King. You can do all of this stuff. You can queue at any time for a dungeon finder, raid finder. You can fly practically in almost any zone. You can really cruise through. The term I like to use is retail World of Warcraft. It feels like a very arcadey type of experience. It's designed for quality of life. It's designed to get you to the highest level possible. Get that experience that you want. But it doesn't take away from any of the old school elements. It builds upon them in such a wonderful way. I'm telling you, Chromie time is one of, if not my favorite element of World of Warcraft current. I think housing may take that over. By the way, housing's going to be existing. Transmogs are a thing. There's just so many good elements and quality of life stuff that Blizzard has done over the years that I have to say, it rivals FF14, in my opinion. I can't make this jump, y'all. I'm embarrassed. I can't make that jump. Or I was pretty much getting left behind on the team. That was cool.
Watch your step.
In the community, here's another thing that many players may disagree on, or there's definitely going to be some minor disagreements here. The community feeling. There's two different, and everyone's experience is going to be a little bit different. Everyone's experience is going to be unique. My personal experience is going to differ vastly from yours, but take it from somebody who's now leveled like crazy, like in these past few months, leveled like crazy. The community in retail is awesome. If you want a more like role-playing type of aspect, I've heard servers like Moonguard is the role-playing kings and queens on that server. If you want more of a PvP-oriented server, you can come to the server I play on, which is Blood Furnace, which is ironic because it is classified as a PvP. However, there's really not a lot of PvP going on. It's pretty cool. But there's a great diverse ecosystem, and it doesn't matter what server you're on, because you're going to end up playing with people from other servers. You're going to get to experience other different types of play styles, learn from everybody. It's truly wonderful. It's a wonderful, unique experience that retail is going to give you. That being said, Classic Anniversary is a whole ball game in of itself. If you really want that true EverQuest Final Fantasy XI type of experience, you want to enjoy the journey, slow paced beginning to end, get to experience practically every zone, because you will be exhausting almost every zone's quests. Like, you may have a few quests left over here and there in certain zones. Like, for instance, for the Alliance family, you'll go to Elwyn Forest. You may leave a quest hanging, but you can go back to it. You know what I mean? But those first 10 levels are kind of a grind. It's going to feel like that. It's totally going to feel like that. I mean, if you're a veteran player, you can speed run the leveling with Rested EXP or Questy, whatever. Absolutely, more power to you. But it's going to feel, it's designed for you to just take it all in slowly. Take it all in slowly. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy getting to group together, because grouping is huge. It's a huge, huge social element of Classic. It's an element that you will not get in retail. You just won't get that. I mean, I've experienced players that we dab up. Good job over there. Hey, this is something that you can work on. Or, hey, tank, this is what you can do. Like, totally, you'll get that. I've gotten that. But for Classic Anniversary, getting a whisper and saying, hey, we're at the portal for dead mines? Can you come, or are you available to tank? And getting that, and just being like, wow, I can help this group out. Like, you get those very, very unique experiences. In Classic Anniversary, when I was leveling in Tirisfal Glades and stuff, I can't begin to tell you how many of us had to group together out there in the wilderness. RuneScape reference. Grouped together in the wilderness just to fight one elite. Just to fight one elite because we needed the quest to get done. That being said, also, everything in Classic Annie wants to kill you, so you need to be careful. You need to be careful of your polos and what's around you, all that stuff. It's super unique. I guess what I'm trying to really get at is that both versions of the game are very unique and beautiful in their own right, and you really need to actually you have to actually play both in order to get to properly experience it. And honestly, that's what World of Warcraft right now, it being in the state that it is currently, it's designed that way. It's designed to get you to experience both versions, play both versions. Heck, there's technically 3 versions. There'll soon be 4 technical versions of the game. I mean, Seasons of Discovery still exists. We got Mists of Pandaria Classic. We'll soon have Legion Remix. You've got Retail, and then you've also got Classic Era and Classic Anniversary. So really, we actually have like 5 different versions of the game that you can play at any point in time. That is the most beautiful aspect of World of Warcraft right now. Play both versions, please. Play both versions. They're going to give you super unique experiences. If you want that old school kind of grind, you want to get to level 60, the level cap was 60, but the journey was a lot longer. It may take you, like, heck, me, it took 6 months to get a character all the way from 1 to 60. Do that. And if you want a more faster paced, but kind of like a nice little even ground, Mists of Pandaria Classic. Undoubtedly, Mists of Pandaria Classic. It's got the refine, the balancing, it's got the dungeon finder, so you can easily get into groups quickly. You don't have to travel to everything. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's still super, super good. And if you want to jump into retail, level a bunch of alts like crazy, get into the transmog game, get into all these different types of events, like the seasonal stuff. I think free t-shirt day is something which I've never heard of in any MMO before. You've got the auction house disco event. Like, what? All of these community related events, we're going to soon have player housing available. You can go to any different timeline that you want to level in questing wise. Retail is in a phenomenally good spot right now, in my humble opinion. But with that being said, I'm also, I'm looking forward to jumping back to Classic. I think there's a part of me that is wanting to go back to Classic, but I'm also kind of like slightly dreading it a little bit, just because I know you're not going to have Dungeon Finder, or you're not going to be able to queue for a dungeon. You've got Dungeon Finder, but you still got to travel to all the dungeons. Questing is a lot longer. It's not this arcadey go type of experience that you can, you can build it and tailor it for your own type of experience. Once you jump into the old school Classic, it's a grind. It's a beautiful journey and a beautiful grind. You just have to be ready to kind of take it all in, but you can't do it all at once, because otherwise you're just going to get overwhelmed and it's just going to be too much, and you're going to be like, oh, whoa, I didn't know I had to buy all my spells. I didn't know I had to do all this. Like, it's a unique experience, but I hope that gives kind of my thought, my train of thought, my little thought process on the whole retail versus Classic. Personally, I think they're both great. Play both versions. Seriously. Play both and enjoy both. Because, just like myself and many other gamers, you pay for this. You pay yearly or monthly or however you do. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the experience. Take advantage of the journey.
Go with honor, friend.
So I guess ultimately what I was trying to say is play every version of World of Warcraft. Truly. Definitely play every version. And if y'all are enjoying the content, first and foremost, I guess, special shoutouts to Undead Adam, Azeroth Meathall, Angelina Blith, Kirill, Cordia, Noise Turner, NCHR Empress. And if y'all are enjoying the content, go ahead and toss a video a like, maybe consider subscribing if and only if I have earned your trust. I'm currently on a journey to earn every single subscription possible, and y'all truly do make the journey what it is. The Let's Level series as a whole is built on the foundations of experience through a beginner's perspective, or basically journeying through a novice's perspective and getting to relive the best elements of Azeroth possible. And again, none of it's possible without y'all, so I sincerely appreciate everybody's time. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are awesome. If I do say so myself. So here's the good news, family. We are finally getting very, very close to the Ice Crown Citadel, or at least breaching said citadel. However, we have to do quite a bit of search and rescue operation, if you will. We are over here in a desolate town, and our goal, first major objective is to not only protect these citizens, but get them out of here. And I hate gnomes. I could care less if he gets run over. That looks like a dwarf, I think, in the distance. We'll go ahead and save her. And dude, is that looks like Baron Rivendare. That looks like his model. Dude, is that Baron Rivendare? Or are they just using his model for the purposes of this area? Which either way is cool. It's just cool to see him, you know. It's cool to see him. I didn't even think he was still alive. Well, no, I guess he is alive in this time frame. Yeah, I guess he is still alive in this time frame. Although, by this point, didn't his son take over Stratholme, if I recall correctly? Either way. Alright, so these mobs are spawning relatively quickly. And I've gotta... This dude, this freaking gnome, man, he's just running around aggroing everything. I gotta be doing something wrong, because the mobs are spawning way too quickly. Oh, okay. I was missing that. Alright. We summoned the Griffin bro. Now we're gonna try to get this guy to as much safety as possible. We gotta get him up the hill. I just need him to stop running. How do you eat? He's constantly feared. How do you get this dude to stop running? Come on, man. I gotta get you. You're circling around me, and I'm trying to help you, and you're just... Oh, okay. This is gonna take me a minute, y'all. This is gonna take me a minute. I hate gnomes. I seriously hate gnomes. It's gonna be interesting, because for the amount of... let's see. Hold on, y'all. Can I get to... No, I have to drop... Okay, I gotta drop off. It's gotta be one-on-one. I thought I can pick up two, but of course not. Yeah. I hate gnomes. It's gonna be interesting, because the day that I actually have to, like, play a gnome, it's gonna be very interesting to see. Like, it's just... I don't know. It's like everything I've said that's bad about them, I'm gonna end up having to do, and like go through their leveling region and such. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a newfound appreciation for them, but right now, and just everything I went through in terms of Stranglethorn Vale and all that jazz, I don't know. Gnome players, I'm sorry. No disrespect, but I'm just kind of like, not looking forward to it, but I am looking forward to it at the same time, if that makes sense. Alright, family, that definitely took me a little bit longer I kind of realized what I was doing wrong, and but we did get it done. Search and rescue was a success. All right, High Commander, what do you got for us? What can we do from here? Rescue from the town square. All right, you're not gonna, as long as I'm not gonna have to try to get a whole bunch of gnomes and dwarves and all that jazz up here to the remaining, arguably the last little bit of Winterguard. Man, this place has seen some better days, hasn't it? This place must have been an awesome town, however. It looks like it would have been the demo gnome, huh? Singing demo gnome, Winter's Mines, use quarterfish. I mean, we can do that, sure. You're asking me to go into an infested mine of nothing but zombies. I mean, what could go wrong, you know?
Be careful.
I know it's a basic, you know, it's pretty much a suicide mission. I think they're just, I don't know, I think maybe they're just sending me in because they know I'm a Death Knight, and it's just, I don't know, I feel a little bit of Death Knight discrimination here. I don't know. Y'all are just sending me just for the sake of sending me. Shoutouts to the Night Elves, though. They look good in everything, much like Blood Elves. You can never deny a Night Elf, man. That's like, no matter how hard I try, I just like, man, Night Elves look so good. Oh, it's the liquor dudes, too. Gosh, these things. Alright, let's get Zombie Bro out and let's see what we can do. We got some town people stuck. I see one over there, so there's got to be some in the little townhouses. This is like Strathholm 2.0. If Strathholm was like up in the mountains and such. Totally reminds me of Strathholm. By the way, family, I do, the poll did recently close. The poll, dude, look at this woman. She just got, well, how badass is this villager? She's freaking like cornered against three liquor bros. And she's just got nothing but a pitchfork, and she's just standing there like we're about to just throw down and shit. Badass. Shoutouts to her. The poll did recently close for what y'all would like to see, be it classic or, well, classic anniversary and or classic Missa Pandaria. And I gotta admit, y'all, it's definitely a tough decision because on one hand you've got Dungeon Finder, and on the other hand you don't. You have to travel to everything, and that grind is, oh man, that grind is real. That grind is real. It's like I'm definitely earning and I'm itching to get back into Classic Anniversary just a little bit, especially before the Burning Crusade comes out, because we're all going to be jumping on TBC, or at least, you know, a good portion of us will be. I will be. I'll definitely be heading back to TBC for a little. Look at this, dude. What is that? Is that bread? Is she like armed herself with bread, or is that just rollers? She's, yo, these Winterguard villagers get down, man. They don't care. They're just about to pull out stale bread and slap you with it across the face. That's awesome. Shoutouts. Oh no, never mind. Well, no, the one looks like a. In her left hand, it looked like a thing of bread, but the right, it was one of those rollers. But either way, I mean, not like that would have done anything. So it's just interesting. I definitely feel like I'm caught at a crossroads right now of just trying to really decide like which one would be the best course of action for me. Which one do I think is just ultimately going to be more fun? Like if I start Classic Anniversary, right? That's at least especially with the schedule I got, it's going to be at least a 4 or 5 month journey at minimum. At minimum, it's going to be a 4 or 5 month journey, which I have no problem with. It's just, do I really want to have to go to each dungeon again? Do I want to have to go through that process? I'm telling you, man, I can live without a lot of things in Warcraft. I can. I really can live without a lot of things because half of it I don't even understand. I'm still learning, so I don't understand everything fully. But Dungeon Finder is just so critical. It's like, yeah, but we have Group Finder. I mean, yeah, but it's just the feeling of it, you know? It's just the fact that we can just get teleported straight to the dungeon. awesome. It takes away none of your questing. It literally makes your life so much easier. That's like the one thing that I'm struggling with, because I'm like, oh, I don't really want to give that up, but I understand it. Like, I don't mind like the traveling, the no flying mounts. That's I can do without. That's perfectly fine. I totally get it. Hey, I mean, again, I played vanilla when it first came out. That doesn't scare me. It's the no dungeon finder that's scaring me right now. But I do respect everybody thank y'all so much for those that voted. It was a really cool poll too, because it was kind of going back and forth a little bit. I checked up on it on occasions, so it was really, really cool. I just like to see how diverse it is. And then again, heck, I may end up deciding, let's just do both. We'll do one right now, and then kind of figure out if I really want to start, because really with the classic era, like the classic era stuff, vanilla or TBC or otherwise, I mean, we could just potentially wait it out till TBC comes out. Could do that too, but I mean, right now it's kind of up in the air. It's kind of like, probably at some point what I'll end up doing is test both out. Like jump on Mists of Pandaria Classic, see how I feel about it, jump on, and then go to Classic Anniversary and jump on that for a little bit, and then just do like the first 10 levels and just get the feel of it, see which one I prefer tempo wise right now. And don't fret, whichever one ultimately does get decided on, family, there is a very good chance I'm probably just gonna end up doing both anyway. It's just which one can, with current life happenings, which one do I feel most comfortable with doing right now? Because I definitely am feeling the itch for some classic. I think a little bit of a palate cleanse would be pretty cool, but we are also almost entering spooky season, and I've got some plans retail wise that I really would like to do. And then we have the whole Legion remix coming out too. We do have that, so I've picked a wonderful time to jump into WoW, man, because there's just so much going on. I love it. All right, we took care of a little bit of catacombs cleansing, shall we say, and we also went ahead and wrapped up what we were doing for the villagers and saving them. Oh, whoa, Commander! Eligor of the Dawnbringer. But you don't have the, well, Dawnbringer, sorry. That is the actual name. I thought it said Ashbringer. I was mixing up the two real quick. But hey, bud, it's been a while. Every time I see you nowadays, it's in Stratholme. Ah, so cool to see. This is really cool to see. A little bit of a military parade here going on, like a prep before battle. It almost looks like one of our briefings, one of our first responder briefings. They're all just standing there. We're just like, yeah, we kind of know how tonight's gonna go. You don't need to tell us. You don't need to remind us how stuff is gonna go. All right, Inquisitor Herald. Here is the tomb that you tome that you requested. A righteous sermon.
See you around.
Cleanup here is needed. What are you planning on doing to Godfrey? This man's just been, I mean, yeah, he's not really going to do anything. Poor Godfrey. It's not like he asked for his fate. He didn't ask for anything. I say we just see if we can do this the best way, if we can do this the nice way, and Godfrey's willing to talk, let's just go ahead and do that. Dude, I like his shoulder pads. It looks like Justice is blind, kind of. Those look badass. I tell you nothing. Kel'Thuzad will not. Nothing, priest. Reminds me of Faith, the Unholy Trinity. If any of y'all have played that, totally reminds me of it. Chapter 2, the beginning. Ceremony begin. Oh, we're gonna... Dude, that's messed up. You can't do that. Whoa, Alliance, you're not. Alliance, hold on a second. This is not what you guys do. This is definitely not what you guys do. That's crazy. Hold on. You're going to burn Godfrey alive. Don't do that. Don't do it, man. It's not his fault he's in this kind of state. Let him have. I was going to say let him have his day in court, but I don't think that day is ever going to come. Oh, this is crazy. Watching a live interrogation in Azeroth. Man, this is wild.